Hello and welcome to the Grow Room. I've got my son Kyle here with me, and I don't know how long he's going to stick around, but we are going to start some tomatoes. So, in front of me, which you can't see, is a mess of seeds that I hope to start this spring, but we'll see what happens with that. But what I need to do, and what I should have done probably by now, is to start all my indoor seeds. But last year, my tomatoes were out of control. They were so tall. I had to keep lowering my shelves in order to, they were growing into the grow lights. So I decided to start a little later, but it is March 29th, and that's a little bit late possibly, but we will see. So better late than never. And also, instead of using just your standard seed trays, I got these last year from Garden Supply, which are awesome. They're self-watering trays. We have this thing that sits in there and keeps it up elevated, and you put the water below. I'll use these for other plants that we're going to start. But for tomatoes, we're going to use some red Solo cups. And these are actually just the cheaper Walmart version, which after seeing how they stuck together, it was really hard to get them apart. I think I'll just go for the name brand next time. You with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to grow the tomatoes in here because if you don't know, tomatoes, you can plant them really, really deep. So once they're, say, about that tall, you can actually plant them way up to that first set of leaves, or even pull off leaves and keep planting, and they will grow roots all along that stem, which is sometimes you can even people lay them down in the ground and let them grow like that. And what it means is you just have a bigger root system, you can have more energy for the plant, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is, after I drill some holes in here, I'm going to fill it maybe about 2 inches or so, 1.5 inches, and then I'm going to plant my seed in there. Now, I've never done this before, so this is all experimentation. And then as they grow, I can then put soil in around it. And instead of having to repot it or pot it up, I can just keep them in these containers and hopefully reuse them. So we're going to start out with just making some holes in there. So I just have a stack of, I think I have 11 or 12. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go through all of them. We'll see. All right, we got 1, 2. Here we go with the stuck cups. 3. How many do you think we're going to get, Kyle?
About 6.
See what I mean? These I've never seen. Oh, what are we at now? 6? Nope. 5. It's all little bits of plastic. All right, yeah, you take.
One hole.
Ah, there's only one hole. Okay. All right, so we probably lost it after that. All right, so here, you want to do these for me? Here, you come over here and do that. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. There you go. Yeah. No, don't hit it backwards. You could just keep it forward and just keep it spinning. It'll be easier. There you go. Good. Yep, awesome. And while he's doing that, I have my seed starting mix and my wooden spoon, and I'll explain that in a second. This is Jiffy seed starting mix. There might be better out there, but this is just what was available at Home Depot. I've used this before. I've had no issues. And it's good to start with a seed starting mix, which is just usually like cocoa coir and perlite, maybe a little peat moss, just something nice and light and doesn't have a lot of or any fertilizer in it, which is good to start out because you don't want to burn the seed, but you also have to keep that in mind because you will have to add some fertilizer at some point. Okay, this, by the way, is just a tub I had downstairs, so I was like, see, I know. See, there. So here, twist them. So annoying. I've never would think that they would stick together. Yeah. I don't think that's going to work. Oh, there you go. A little broken, but I'll take it. So anyway, we will have to fertilize these at some point when they get maybe their first set of true leaves or whatever. I didn't know where I was going to put these, and I was thinking I would just have an old sheet pan, but that's going to be a mess because it's probably going to fall all over the place. So I found this downstairs. I actually took some stuff out of it that I need to find a home for. So this is going to work out perfectly. And unfortunately, the lid is not clear. It's gray. And usually when you have a dome, and the dome is to keep the humidity in, so you don't have to water constantly. I can almost like stretch this over here. But it needs to let the light in as well. And really, you only keep the dome on until you have green on every plant, or at least like 75% of your plants in there. That's what I was going to do. Saran wrap. So I'm just going to maybe put some saran wrap on here, again, just to make it easier to water. And when I do water, I'm hoping that I will be able to just water on the side here and it'll water from the bottom. That will be the perfect scenario, but I can always just water from the top as well. One thing I did different this year, because I've been watching a lot of videos, is I wet this with boiling water. Because I guess, and that's why I have the spoon in here, because I wasn't able to touch it because it was boiling hot. There could be fungus gnats, which I guess I've had gnats before when I've done this, so maybe they were fungus gnats. So that's supposed to help kill anything that might be in the soil to begin with. So I did that. It's warm. It's not hot. I am going to wait until it is totally cool to put any seeds in. With your seed starting mix, you want it so that you squeeze it, and this is probably a little on the wet side. There is some water coming out, but somewhere around like a brownie batter consistency is good consistency. So it's a little bit wetter than it needs to be, but that's fine. So I'm just going to pop it in there, and I'm going up to, yeah, probably about that second line there. That should be fine. These seeds, can you see? Read the back now. Watch, it's open. Oops, yeah, just read how deep we have to plant them while I fill these up. What does it say?
It says 1/4.
1/4 inch deep? Okay. Yep. So we're going 1/4 inch deep on that. This one's a little bit much in here. All right. So here, how about you help me out with this? Filling this. Oh, and we might actually need some more. And I don't know. I'll let you know about the fungus gnat situation. But basically, that's what we're going to do. And then I'm just going to take a chopstick if I have it, although my kids keep using my chopsticks for other things. You can just take a stick and, you can make a little 1/4 inch mark on it. It's going to be a little hard to see as I'm putting this into the cup, but it's going to be worth it since I don't have to transplant them. And what I'll do is I have a decent amount of these seeds. These are just Romas. I actually only have Romas. Usually I can't help myself and I have more types of tomatoes than I would ever grow. And this year I only have Romas because I'm interested in making my own sauce from my own tomatoes at some point. Maybe not this year, but we'll try. We'll try to move towards that. So what was my point in telling you that? Oh, there's a ton of seeds in there. And in some of the heirloom varieties, like I had last year, I think I had like 2 or 3 different, there was like just a handful of seeds. So I had to be really scarce. I think I only put 1 per cell, but I think I'm probably going to put 2 per cup. And then I'll just pick the stronger one and I'll pinch off whatever it is. I can still kind of get my hand in there deep enough to pinch that off. And like I said, I'll pull off the top on the saran wrap when I see basically about 75% of the cups germinated. I am probably going to put them on a heat mat. I do have some heat mats. Not that it needs it. My basement is a little on the cool side, but also because it might help it germinate a little faster since I am kind of behind on that. And I will take them off the heat mats probably when I do take the saran wrap humidity dome off. And then, like I said, as it continues to grow, I'll add soil carefully around it. If there's any leaves that it would cover, I'm just going to pinch those leaves off. And hopefully it'll give me a couple weeks of extra growth before I have to move them, hopefully just outside one time and not into a bigger pot and then into the ground. So I will check back in when these germinate and look good. And that's what I'm doing with my tomatoes this year. Goodbye, Kyle.